Hey, hey,
Hi, how are you today?
good. How are you?
Not too bad. Today's such a wonderful day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I
Beautiful day.
mean,
Beautiful day.
it just feels a whole. It just feels lighter.
Yes, yes. Like a whole weight has been lifted off, but here we go. We are assembling here today to go over the foolishness on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 1, episode 11, All Bets Off.
Married at first sight. Married at first sight.
Oh, sorry. What am I thinking? You see, this is what happens when you have a almost senior citizen on and two shows a day. Oh, good Lord. Okay, yeah. All right. So, Married at First Sight, season 12, episode 2, Hello Stranger. And we
Mm-hmm.
saw 3 weddings last
Yes.
night. We saw Clara and Ryan, we saw Virginia and Eric, and we saw Brianna and Vincent.
Yes. And I don't know
Okay.
about you, but all three of these couples made me smile. They did. I can't lie. They all made me smile when they were getting married. All of them.
I would agree with you on Clara and Ryan the most,
Mm-hmm.
um, and Brianna and Vincent,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm worried about Virginia and Eric.
I am, but they made me smile too. They all made me smile because just to see the looks on their face, and they saw each other. They were just laughing. I just like that. Like they're all so excited, and I will spoil this for everybody. At the end of the episode, my smile went away. I'll just leave it there.
Oh, because of the wedding that was queued up for.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's not talk about them yet. Okay, let's greet everybody in the live chat, and then we can dig in to Ryan and Clara first, since they were the first couple up. Sound good?
Yeah. Let's see who we have. Hi, Black Lavender. Hey, Yanni. Hey, Trey. Good to see you. You're a mod now. Welcome to the
Hey,
team.
welcome.
Hey, Willow. Good to see you as always. Did I miss
I
anyone? Hey, Cooch. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
Oh my
So
God.
that's everyone for now.
I'm looking at my notes for all 3 couples, right?
Hmm.
I have the most notes for Virginia and Eric. This is how many flags are going up for me.
They had the most flags though of all three couples, like the most. But they made me smile. So like I said, to me, this episode was about me. I was smiling. I was happy for them. I'm like, yay! But you could just see the flags everywhere on that particular couple. But let's start
Okay.
with
Clara, yeah, Clara and Ryan, our
mhm,
little Ewok. Um, I like them. When they took off the blindfolds, they seemed to be like really happy. They seemed to be
mhm,
both attracted to each other.
mhm,
And this couple, um, I sense that they are the most open and honest with each other regarding their expectations and what they want from this experiment. Um, of all of the 3 weddings, full weddings that we saw in this episode, I thought they
mhm,
were the most honest. And Ryan, although I rib him a lot about his little ears and everything, he is an adorable young man. He's very romantic and almost poetic with it. Like his vows, like wow.
he's
For an
very thoughtful.
old scallywag like me, I was like, okay,
He knows.
I
He
can see
knows.
past your ears.
But he's grown. I guess he's grown according to his groomsmen. Like they see him grow over the years into this person. So that's why I think
Mhm.
that's why people are supporting him. Like this is we can see the growth in you. Like I mean, I like them. Like you're spot on. They're the most honest and open. Like this is my expectation. These are my hopes. This is what I want to accomplish. This is who I am. And they were
Mhm.
just so. That's why I liked them the most from the very beginning. They were my favorite couple. I saw them working out the best. That's just my opinion, and it went very very well. It was funny at the end though. The end had me hollering. The look on his face.
For what?
Oh, okay. So they were toasting and everything.
Uh-huh.
The wedding they both look good. After the wedding, they go to the reception and like they're doing their little toast, which is cool. And the dad says like she's always had the gift of gab ever since the age of 3. I think she was 8 years old, and she thought Britney Spears was dressed in a and she would let people know about it. And like her dad said, she's never met a stranger. She'll talk to anybody, and she's always had the gift of gab. So if you remember, they were sitting down talking, getting to know each other, and she was talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and his face was just like, "Oh damn."
Mm-hmm.
And that was the funniest part to me because he was like, "Whoa, she really can talk." I mean, and she didn't take a breath,
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. But he
not a
needs
one.
that because he seems he seems like one of those people that doesn't say much, but when he does, you have to listen.
Right.
And something that she said really she's really into this, but she's super scared because she knows that she's one of those people that falls in love really easily. And
Hmm.
she says, I'm so afraid that I'll fall in love with you and you won't love me back.
Right. And she's honest. I just like her honesty for that.
Mm-hmm.
At least he knows, because at least what that tells him, at least he knows like, okay, she's really in this for the right reasons. Like
Yeah.
she's with me on this.
And then I think it's a good counterbalance, like her impetuousness, like it's a good counterbalance to him. Because remember, one of his friends, I think it was one of his groomsmen, got up and said, he doesn't do anything unless he does all of the research and he weighs the pros and cons. Like he
Hmm.
really thinks very thoroughly before he does stuff. So I think that they balance each other out really well.
Yeah, I think I relate to him because I'm pretty much the same way. I think through everything, and I try to make calculate risks and do all that. Just like let me research, let me think about it, let me I don't really talk a lot, but when I do talk, people will listen.
Hmm.
And this is why YouTube is good for me to get me out of that mode of thinking. And I have friends who are like Clara. They talk and
Hmm.
talk and talk and talk, and I just sit there. I'm like, you're gonna take a breath. You're gonna take a breath eventually. So I'll wait, and then I
Oh
talk.
my
So I was laughing because I'm like, oh my god, I have a couple of friends like you who do the same thing. They can just talk about any and everything and just go on.
God.
And you
Mm.
kind of break in like, yeah, like I really like that. Like here's my thought. Like you kind of like interject. You
Yeah.
can't you can't wait for them to breathe because they don't breathe. They just talk. But it's a cool. Like you said, it's a perfect balance. Like she'll talk so much to where he'll have to talk. You know what I
And I
mean?
think they made good use of their, right after the ceremony, they let them go out to this like highboy table and have a little drink or something. Like they made really good use of their few minutes of get to know you
Hmm.
alone time before the pictures. Um, like the nerves melted away at that point completely.
Hmm.
And they had good questions to ask each other, I thought,
Right. I
and
totally agree.
and they've got like when you look at their like body language, it's like the magnets are gravitating towards them as opposed to like bouncing off each other. Like there's chemistry there.
Oh, definitely. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, yay! I'm glad. I was like, yay. So I just
I'm
like them so much.
happy for him. C- can you imagine how much thought he put into doing something like this? But can you imagine? Like her, I see her just going, "Oh, let's do this for,
Hmm.
shoots and giggles," but
Oh
him,
yeah.
mm, but
Oh yeah.
oh,
He's
they're so
definitely
cute.
he's definitely like thought about it and like came through and was like, okay, I'm ready to do this and this is good for me. So yeah, he researched the website, the people, tried to research on every single like the other doctor, like, are you credible? So yeah,
Mhm.
he's cool. I like him a lot.
Okay. Any red flags yet with this couple?
Not really. I mean, she likes to talk, and I think that's more to get to know him, and so he can know her. So it's not a bad thing. So I don't see any major red flags yet. Nah.
So we
Mm-mm.
like this couple. We think that
Oh, this is
they
my
are
favorite.
gonna make it.
This is my favorite couple from the beginning. So I'm still with that same sentiment.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one, which was Virginia and Eric. She's the party girl. He's the divorce pilot.
Hmm.
Why didn't this girl eat? Oh my
Right.
God. Why didn't this girl eat? She
Exactly.
was just a hot, sloppy, drunk mess.
And that's gonna be that was for me. I'm not sure if you feel the same way, but that was the biggest takeaway for me is her drinking is going to be. It's not the drinking. It's she's not very cognizant or responsible. Like when you go drinking, you like to drink a lot, no problem. It is what it is. You need to have some chips and some bread. You need to eat to soak up the alcohol because she doesn't. If you the bachelorette party, and like the reception, I didn't see her eat.
She didn't. She didn't. And actually, I want to do a little screen share just to like illustrate the body language. Like, look at them. This is when they did their first dance. They're
Mhm.
relative strangers, but look how engaged she is into this woman who has just been rattling on the whole day long. Look at the engagement. Look, the pelvises are into each other, you know? And
Mhm.
he's still being respectful with the hand there. Then, oh my God, this girl. Let me see if I can find that picture. Look at this mess. Um, Poor Virginia. She's wasted by this time. All her makeup is on his lapel. He's
Yeah.
holding her up because
Oh,
she is complete. All her weight is on him, and he is holding her up. Like, I just wonder if the alcohol has freed her inhibitions or if she's really into this guy.
I
You
think
know?
what it is with her, I have a feeling that she's used to substituting alcohol for companionship. If I'm just giving my opinion, looking at it from the outside,
Mm.
and I think she may, because she hasn't been in a relationship in what 5 years, 5 7 years or so. It's been a long time.
She said she's the one who said she likes the control of leaving the relationship first. Like she goes out on a lot of dates, but she doesn't like go back for the second because she doesn't want anyone close to her. Was she that one? Or was that the divorced girl?
I
Um,
want to say it was her because she's. Oh, I remember. I think it was her because this episode. I remember called this episode. Someone saying that I like to leave the relationship. I like to be able to leave the relationship first because leaving, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts less. Yeah, it was her.
yes, yes,
It was
yes,
her.
yes. Okay, that was a red flag for me. I just wonder if the alcohol isn't hazing her vision. Like, is she really attracted to this guy, or is this like a drunk hit it and quit it? Like, I don't know.
No, I think she's into him, but I think what she uses alcohol. I think she uses alcohol to replace companionship and to calm her nerves. I think that's really what it is. Like to when she gets to me, she strikes me as what I call like a stress drinker.
Oh,
You know how you have people who eat because of stress.
yeah.
I think she's a stress drinker. If
What
if she's like stressed out or feeling anxious, I bet you she drinks.
was she the gal that was giggling hysterically throughout this entire like first she was crying before she went in,
Oh, that
then
was
she
her.
walked down the aisle and then she was like
That was
giggling.
her. Hmm.
Oh my God. I don't believe any of her reactions then. It's just
Yeah, we gotta wait see her in a couple days and it's over.
Yeah, and the thing is that she wasn't just like, sipping champagne or anything. Like she was doing shots.
Right.
The whole time they were getting hair and makeup, as soon as they entered the room, they started calling out for shots.
Exactly. And I like Eric a lot. He really wanted to work. I mean, he's fully committed. I'm looking at her like, can you just stay sober? Can you sober up? Because he really wants to make this work. He's not trying to have a second divorce. He wouldn't do this if um he wasn't ready. And like for him, like he just felt like his first marriage was just all business. Like he's all I need when he said he didn't even wear a wedding ring, I was like, wow. Like
Well,
it was all for military. So the girl can come with
so that could be
him. So he's
with
in the
him,
military.
yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I need to wear a wedding ring. It was all a transaction. I was like, wow. So you like he's really in this deep. He wants this to work because he wants a family. He wants a wife, the kids. He wants all of that. And I'm looking at her like, just sober up, please, sober up. Like this is a good dude here.
I don't know. Like when they met at the top of the aisle in front of the preacher, and he's like, we can do this. He was so reassuring to her, which I think she needs, but for some reason she's pushing away because she doesn't want to believe that somebody could be there for her and help her get through things. She just wants to go back to the alcohol.
I think
And there was something that I missed because of the way that I watched the show. When they were doing the toast at the reception, the guy that got up and spoke about his dad and said his dad is a really great guy. You won't meet anybody finer or something like that. And then he said, for your future mother-in-law, did he say, well, I'll just let you figure that out by yourself?
yeah, he did. I'll I'll let you figure it out. I was like, oops, there we go.
Because it cut so quickly on what I watched. I was like, he did not just say that.
No, he did.
Lord have
That's
mercy.
like Eric. That's like Eric's best friend. So
Lord have
yeah.
mercy.
Oh yeah. He said I laughed because I'm like you ain't lying. Because the mama, I think who pointed it out real quick in the chat. Oh, Tracy, did y'all catch Eric's mom was checking out Virginia's mom? She took one look at the purple hair with her and her face spread. So this is gonna be my son's mother-in-law.
Well, she has two. She has a mom and a stepmom there, and
Right.
step parents and all of that going
Mhm.
on. She's got a lot of support on her side. But I was wondering who his mom was staring daggers at during the reception. Did you see that shot of her? Like she didn't look happy. Who was
I
she
think
looking at?
I think it was Virginia's mother. That's what Trey was saying.
Oh my god.
He's like, because he remember he said my family's like southern and very traditional. I'm like, oof.
And
So
it's
yeah,
her sister that's gay with kids, right?
yes, that's
No,
her.
it's
No, that's
her?
her. That's her.
Oh my god.
And he's like,
His
and he's
face kinda cracked a little bit.
a little bit. But he's like, okay, I don't care. Like it's your life. Go ahead. Like Eric is only concerned. Like you could tell his only concern is him making this marriage work and having children.
I don't
That's
think it matters for him, but I know in his head, shoot, what's my mom
what
gonna
mom
say
is gonna
about
think.
that?
Yep, I agree.
Jeez.
But I will
Uh,
say this. I hope they make it work. But when I say that, I mean more so. I hope she can stay sober. When
well,
I say
I
that,
think he's hoping that too because when they were having a little chat or something, he was asking her, so like she said, "Oh, I go out a lot." And he's like, "Well, where do you go? Like clubs, a bar?" And she's like, "Oh, I go to the bar all the time." I'm like, "Don't say that."
right?
Then she goes back in and she's like, "We need shots." And I'm like, "Don't say
You
that."
don't say that.
And then they get to the toast and wait. her friend says, don't put her in the back seat because she'll get car sick.
Sick. I
Like,
was like,
don't say that.
oh, we just gonna hope for them.
I want this to work for him. Don't get me wrong. I want this to work for him because he's going into it for the right reasons.
Yes,
But it almost feels like he's getting damaged goods.
I agree. I agree. We just gonna hope and hope she gets it together.
Any more red flags with this couple?
I mean, no, there's just basically to me like basically what I can say she's a stress drinker and she's a flight risk, basically.
A flight risk.
Yeah, because remember, she if I, from what I get for her, when she's uncomfortable in a relationship, anytime she feels that the person may leave her, she's gonna run first. That's why I mean like flight risk.
Okay. I got you. I got you. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so let's take a look at our third couple that got married. Um, and this is Brianna and Vincent. Now, last week I had issues with him.
Mhm.
He kind of made up for it this week.
Mhm.
And I think that they're a good match on paper.
Correct. I'm with you there.
But I want to see how far he's going to take her not eating chicken because his whole face cracked up into a million pieces when she says she doesn't eat chicken. She's a pescatarian. I
I
hope I'm
okay.
saying that right.
Yeah, my whole thing is that maybe I missed something. What was his deal about the chicken? I didn't quite understand the.
Well, they said that they were gonna cook together, and he said,
Mhm.
yeah, and like he's from the Dominican Republic, like chickens
Right.
and everything. Um, and I thought he made it a bigger deal than it should have been. Maybe chicken is the
Okay.
only thing he know how to cook or
See, that's the thing.
something.
I thought I missed something with them. Like, I'm not seeing the problem here. She don't eat chicken. Like, you can just cook together, but she can cook her fish. You can cook her chicken. You can cook her chicken.
Exactly. Like it seemed to me he took that very, very hard. And I was just like, it's just chicken, boo.
I'm like, you were really think he owns Stock and Foster Farms the way his face just hit the floor. I'm like, sir,
Hmm.
no, it's not that deep. She'll cook
I
her fish.
I would have been more stressed out at her family members saying she's bossy, she's bossy, she's bossy, she's bossy. Like
Right,
that would have been like red flag for me, not the chicken.
right. Not the chicken. No, I mean you can get over that.
And he explained his job. He's like a car broker,
Mhm.
which she lit up at. She was like, "Oh my god, we were matched perfectly. I like that."
Right, right. She was into like tall beard, like good job. So she was happy. So she's I like them together. I was kind of iffy on them, but I like him. I like her. I could see them working.
Mhm.
But we won't know anything until you start living together. That's when the good stuff happens.
I think that he can see in her what he wants the most, someone to believe in him.
Hmm.
And I think if we take away the chicken moment, because there's always one moment with him that irritates me. So I'm gonna remove the chicken moment.
Hmm.
And based on everything else, I think this is a good match. And the only way that it would like not like they would not stay together is if they let little things like her not eating chicken for him and him not cleaning up after himself like a iRobot something for her. If they
I
don't let
agree.
those little things get to them, I think that they could work.
Oh, totally. I totally agree. Yeah, if they like little things, yeah, it's over. But I just don't think they would let that happen. To be completely honest.
I
I,
don't know. I don't know. Like her friends saying bossy, 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 that kind of scared me.
yes,
Um, and then the way how his face was, maybe there's something else behind the chicken. I don't know.
I was trying to find it. I couldn't. I didn't see him on Foster Farms is the board of directors. So I don't know what the problem is with the chicken.
Trey has a good comment here. I like how he suggested that they could prepare meals together, bonding time. True,
True. Oh yeah.
true. And then she countered with, and we can dance together. Like she's all into learning how to dance, like all of his, his dances. And then his friend got up and said, when you come to the cookout, there'll be people speaking Spanish, just nod your head and say yes, like they're welcoming her into their family. So, even though there's a language barrier, just come in and say yes, it'll be fine.
Right. Exactly. I just like it. Everyone's. I felt like for the most part, all the couples' families were so welcoming and so nice and so warm. I'm like, yay.
Except Eric's mom.
Well, we won't count her. We won't count her. We'll put her outside for the moment and enjoy that. But yeah, this couple, you're right. If the little things, okay, it won't be the little things. If it's the little things that build up and aren't resolved, I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that going breaking.
I have hope for them. Like I said, they're
Mhm.
my second favorite. I have hope for them. Um, and then the episode ended off with that hot
Boo.
mess, Chris and Paige. Chris and Paige. Oh God.
Yeah, I hate. No, I don't hate to say this. I'm rooting for Paige, not for Chris. I'm sorry. I think she, I think she should get a rematch. Just my opinion.
Is this based on what we're seeing on the show or what we've heard?
No,
Is
basically, no. I didn't like. I
yeah.
didn't like. I really didn't like care for Chris from the first episode. From the first episode,
Mm-hmm.
it's because when people say, "Oh, women only want me for what I can give and my money," I'm like, "But sir, you're not Chris Rockefeller. You're not Chris Hilton." I'm like, I mean, unless you're floating in the high eight figures, I don't think women are like coming after you like that. I mean, and it's not to be rude. Success is cool, but you're not at that level to where people would use you for your money. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see. I don't see that. I mean, you have a six-figure job and you own. I don't know how much of the restaurant you own, but you own. You're a owner of a restaurant. So to me, I don't see how having six figures in my the preface is in my experience when people say six figure job, they generally making $101,000. They generally making $101,000 a year.
But let's dig into this because from the little gossip that we've heard, I think it was Max, the celebrity talk guy. Um, he owns a Subway franchise, right?
That's what I heard. I haven't seen. I haven't watched it. I heard on the blog. I saw on the blog like yeah he's a restaurant
Yeah.
owner. I'm like
And what? Okay, that's not a restaurant.
right.
It's fast food.
Oh,
Nothing bad about fast food because
okay, so that's a Subway.
obviously I am at a fast food restaurant every week. But there's a difference between fast food and a restaurant,
Right.
you know? And we still haven't defined what he said he was a financial advisor.
Yes.
What's that mean? Is he running numbers? I,
Or
I, I don't
financial,
know.
or was it a finance manager? It's one of those.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're in Atlanta, right?
Hmm.
Everybody and their mother is driving around in a fancy car with all of the latest fashions and a Rolex on. Okay? What's his watch?
I'm paying attention to him. I'll be
A
in for you.
Movado.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
Okay.
He could have got
This
he
is
could have got
where
citizen. He could have got citizen, but okay.
But this is where I keep on saying it just doesn't add up, because you keep on saying that you're so wealthy, you went from here to here in a matter of 2 years, you know, now that you have attained a certain level of financial security, now all the women want you just for what you have. Well, what is it that you do have? Because I don't think the women in Atlanta are going after you that much as you claim that they are.
That's
And
my
then
thing.
my last point with him, I was so disappointed that all he could spout out about was she better be good looking. And even someone from his side said that too. She better be good looking. He's going to put all these babies on her, and she better be good looking, or if he isn't instantly attracted to her, he doesn't know what he's going to do. You better get the hell out of here with that.
I was just like, sir, have you looked in the mirror lately? That's all I was thinking. Because
He
you're,
he's not
I
that
mean,
bad looking. I mean, I've seen uglier, but I think
but that's for him being so young. Come on now, that's a hard 20. I think he's like what 29.
oh, I didn't even look at his age because he has me so angry.
How old is Chris from?
It's just
Okay, he's 27.
that's a hard 27.
That's,
Thank you, Grand Dame. I'm never gonna let go of that saying. That's a hard 27.
I mean, I'm soon to be 43, so come on now,
Mm-hmm.
come on now, like take care.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't
think
don't
his
go for it. Don't go.
priorities are wrong.
Yes,
And I think
very
he's
wrong.
feeding us a bunch of obvious lies.
Yes, but I don't think they're obvious lies. I think what he's doing, like, well, I have a six, like I stated earlier, like when people say they have a six-figure job, anyone most of the time if they have a six-figure job, they're generally making $101,000 a year pre-tax. That's that's just generally what it is. And then he's a restaurant owner. Okay, like you own a Subways. Let's see. Hold on a second. What? I'm gonna look up something.
Yeah, I think he might be a narcissist because he thinks very highly of himself, and he values others by appearance and not by, the sum of their character. My God, like he did what is he gonna do if he's not physically attracted to her? Is he just gonna walk away or something like that? Don't say things like that.
Exactly. So here we go. So this is the definition of a restaurant. All right, a restaurant, a place where people pay to sit and eat meals that are cooked and served on the premises. Now, if his Subway has seating, it's a restaurant.
Not techno, because I don't think reheating some chicken cubes from out of a vac pack in the microwave counts as cooking. Come on now, let's just be real about what we get at Subway. Let's just be real about what we get at Subway. Like, no. You really stretching that definition with Subway.
Oh, hold on a second. Hmm. Okay. So technically, okay. Although is microwaving cooking. Although heat is produced directly in the food, microwave ovens do not cook food from the inside out. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. I tried to work with you. I mean, Subway, they kind of get the stuff and kind of reheat it, and they don't really make or cook it. They don't really make anything on site. I think even the soups come pre-prepared. So yeah, I tried, Chris. I tried to throw you a bone, but no, you don't have a restaurant.
I'm just like, I don't know. And look at this. Okay, so Blavi says no and put Olive Garden, Panera on the list. But even Olive Garden and Panera is a little bit better than Subway because don't Panera like bake bread? I
Yeah.
knew a friend of mine who used to work there as a baker and go in at like 4 o'clock in the morning and start baking the bread.
Oh, I
And
really like the cold cut trio. I'm meatball marinara all the way. I'm sorry, that's my favorite. It's all about this. All I'm telling you. You get that like you catch them on the special. You get 2 6 foot. You get where the 6 inches are $3 each. Oh yeah, you get you. Oh, you want a foot long? No, I want 2 6 inches. What you talking
I
about?
haven't had anything from Subway in eons. I think since 2014.
I
Uh,
like Subways. Like the Subways by my job, I would go there every so often because I like the people there. The people were cool. They would see me and say, "Hey, Jemima, hey, what's up?" So I like it. It was right there too. But when they had that line, I'm like, "No, I'm not dealing with y'all today." But where I work, there's subways around everywhere.
mm,
I think a family may have owned them, but unfortunately they had to shut down. Um, they had to shut down due to COVID. And I was kind of sad for them because they were like the spot to go to for quick stuff. Like if you went to one place and they had a line, you can go
mm.
right down the subway and you were pretty much there. You were pretty much good to go.
Oh,
I
oh,
don't think we have Jersey Mike's here.
I don't even know what Jersey Mike's is.
They look good on TV though.
I don't
There's
see
a,
any commercials for that.
it's a sandwich place, and their sandwiches look good.
I've never seen that. Okay, that's
But
good to
yeah,
know.
Chris, if you see this, I tried to help you. I don't particularly care for you, but I tried to help you with your restaurant.
It's not a restaurant.
I don't think women are chasing after you to be heiress to one subway shop. I'm just not seeing
I just need a bit more of the financials to give a hot damn about Chris.
it. The real financials though,
Hmm.
the real financials, not the doctored financials. The real
Like, I
ones.
want to see your tax returns. I want to
Right.
see the books that you take to your accountant, and then the second set of books that you try to jimmy rig afterwards.
Hmm.
I feel so bad for this girl, Paige. I feel so
I
bad.
like her a lot too.
And then, do we want to talk about the surprise family member in this couple?
Nah, we'll wait till it happens.
Okay. It's just knowing that it's coming up, you feel even worse for her.
Exactly.
Because she was sitting there telling her family, like, she felt like it was in God's plan, or had God had it written for
Hmm.
her or something that this was going to happen.
Yeah. Like she was like, this is for me. This is why I'm here. Blah blah blah.
Here's
I just
another thing. Another thing. He sent her a pretty gift. Actually, he
yeah.
sent her a gift before they met at the altar. He sent her a gift and a little card, and she loved it so much because she has a thing with the infinity sign. And I was just like, oh God, this is so not going to be forever. Wrong thing to send
Mm,
her.
yeah.
Wrong thing to send her.
It was because I'm like, why would you send that to somebody who I guess I wouldn't do something like that. Me, myself, and I. Just a forever thing is like, don't do that.
Well, it seems like he rushes into everything in life, so
True.
why should this be any different?
We do
Um,
have Jersey Mike's out here. This is the closest one. Is not that close to me. I wonder if they deliver. So now I want to try one. I like kind of like during this little COVID thing. Like you have to look up some stuff. You try different. At least I've tried some different restaurants. Like we have the Halal Brothers out here. Like Middle Eastern food. Like
mhm.
Middle Eastern fast food. They're really good. I always get the chicken, rice, and naan. I'm cool. I'm good.
Mm. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, do you want to drop the link to see if anyone has anything to chime in on?
I think this is a pretty straightforward episode, so we can. I mean, we have what? We have yeah, we have about 10 minutes left because we have to still do a rapid recap
Oh,
for
yeah.
Salt Lake City.
About the other show. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll drop the link real quick. If anyone wants to talk about this episode, you can join us. If not, we'll see you at 1 p.m. Pacific and 4
Right.
p.m. Eastern for Salt Lake City.
Oh, and real quick, guys. I've already started watching Bling Empire. I think Debbie's gonna start. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm hooked after only 20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Watch, try to watch it.
But
Try to watch it today if you
I
can.
am, I am. I promise. I promise.
It's only the cool thing is it's only 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's short. It's
With commercials?
no commercials.
No commercials. Okay.
It's Netflix.
It's I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I agree here with Black Lavender. I'm ready for Married to
Well,
Millions. So am I.
because I want to figure out how
And
Brianna. I want to
mhm,
figure out how Brianna retired as a hostess. I need to figure that out
if you
and what they
didn't
call
figure
it.
that out in season, like last season, you're not going to figure it out this season.
True.
Hey, Ablavi.
Hi. Hold on a minute. Can you
Hmm.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I watched this episode and I was so bored. It's because I didn't need everybody to go up. Like I felt like we could just go to the wedding and I'm ready to see the honeymoons. I'm ready to see them meet. It's
Right.
dragging. It's 4 hours of meeting. Come on.
Here's the thing for me, and I'm going to agree with the Bobby on this one. For me, honestly, they could have done a quick recap of all the weddings, and we could just jumped into the honeymoon. For me,
Yeah.
I may be wrong. I mean, I don't need to see you picking out dresses. I don't need to see you getting. I don't really care about that. I just need y'all to see y'all married and honeymoon and go.
Because I thought 3 hours last week should have been them talking about it, meeting, and getting married. I didn't need this hour of going to the altar and not being too pleased with your wife, you know?
That's what Debbie said. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
like
Debbie said.
I thought when y'all said it was 3 hours last week, I thought we were gonna do boom, 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 all shotgun weddings, and we would have been leaving for the airport
Hmm.
this week. But I was wrong.
They got some Bravo producers, but that's okay.
Okay, and then
Yep.
can we talk about listen, I'm loving this show because it's new and fresh. And again, I'm not trying to push it, but House of Bling, I'm going to push it a little bit. But nonetheless, we're going to stay on task.
But
That's the HBO one.
Bling Empire, we're already on. I'm not paying HBO no money for House of Ho. I refuse to give you $15 for a show. But I'm gonna figure out
Well,
how to
I mean,
bootleg.
House of Ho is different, right? Because
Right.
House of Ho, I think, is more traditional,
Mm.
whereas you can find it online. Like I'm sure you be online doing it. You can find the link
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'll figure it out. But like Bling Empire, I have Netflix, and I'm like I said, 20 minutes into Bling Empire, I'm
Well, I'm gonna
hooked.
be
I'm
honest
there.
with you. I prefer Bling Empire to House of Ho
Mm.
Yeah, I'm hooked. Bling Empire,
because
I'm
like
hooked.
House of Ho, like I'm sorry, it reminds me of Family Karma, and I found that show so boring. But the reason why I wanted to talk about House of Ho is because for the aesthetics, but we're not gonna get into that. I am so in love with okay, I don't really know their names. So I like the black girl who was getting her weave done. I can't remember her name.
Paige,
Okay.
Wait, no, no. Paige has a full wig. It's the one that's with Vince, Brianna.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
her.
was I was sitting there saying to myself, yes, Lifetime, get these wigs and weaves done right. So we shouldn't see no excuses for anybody's hair looking torn up like the other ones.
Mm.
what's her name? Okay, hold on. Let me bring up the cast on my computer so I can.
The one that has the hair issues is Paige.
Yeah, her hair looked tore up.
Right.
You know what's interesting? I thought there was going to be an attraction problem with them two.
Well, we have to find out because remember, he's the one that said, I don't know what I'm going to do if, if
That's
she
Chris.
isn't pretty. Yeah.
Chris said that. She's talking about Vincent and Brianna.
Oh, Vince, you didn't think that they were going to be attracted to each other?
No.
See? I don't know. I think she's a pretty girl.
No, I'm not saying him. I'm saying her.
Oh, you didn't think he would be her type? Oh,
No.
I didn't even think that.
No. I saw her and I was like, girl, come on, you made it this far. Because, like, I'm sorry. Call me vain. This is why I don't like this show. A pet peeve of mine is if you don't want to get married, fine, but at least tell somebody before you make plans and before everything is paid for. Or do you think production pays for her dress?
I would think.
Excuse me,
production
sorry.
pays for us personally.
Okay.
Well, didn't one of your dads say he was so glad that he
Right.
didn't have to pay for anything?
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Clara. Yeah.
No, okay, so my favorite was Clara and Ryan. And I'm going to tell you why. That was some BS if I've ever seen it for vows. This is another thing. Why are you writing vows to somebody you don't know? That's like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but
you've always been here. You're always my missing piece. And then I cannot get over his hipster look. I like his pants need 1 more inch. Just 1 more inch. It's like a culotte, you know?
oh my god,
then-
just
and
one
then-
more.
I
Just
agree
one more.
with you on that. And
then
Chris's
his shoe
jacket
has
is
a
too
kitten heel.
small.
His shoe
Right.
has a kitten heel as well. I don't like that. I don't like the kitten heel.
I thought she had flat sandals. This is Clara?
No, him. Ryan.
Ryan?
That's
Really?
a kitten heel.
I gotta
As
go
high as
back
that
and
thing
look.
was up, that's a kitten heel. No, I do not like kitten heels on men, and I'm tired of this. You know how like Tom Cruise used to wear a kitten heel because Katie Holmes was so tall?
I think he has lifts though.
Yeah, he has lifts.
Oh.
He
Okay,
has
so
to.
the one couple that I think is going to be a train wreck is Ryan and Eric. I mean, Virginia and Eric.
Yeah.
Because
especially if
neither
they go
one
to
of
all
them,
inclusive.
yeah. I think they're going to be, if not the first, maybe the second couple who's going to be done. Because I don't think she's going to be attracted to him. I really don't see that being even a type she would even like sleep with. I'm sorry.
I agree with Bobbles. I hope when Virginia sobers up, she's still attracted to Eric. I hope so too.
Same.
And then Haley and Jacob, that's a weird couple to me. Again, he's 48. I don't care what nobody says. This man looks so old and worn through. Oh, and his hair is just salt. He's 38, not even 40. And I mean, you look at him, he looks like an old man, and not in a good way. Like the old man I like is Anderson Cooper. You know, if you're gonna do salt, yes. But he just looks old. And I wonder if he has problems in his below region because I see a little bit of steroid use in him.
I was wondering the same thing when he said he was into weightlifting or whatever, bodybuilding. I was like, ooh. The first thing I did was look at his forehead to see if he had the roid ridge. But it wasn't, that pronounced.
Well, men get Botox, so you never know if he got a little Botox before the show. Because if he's into bodybuilding, he likes his physique, and a little Botox will help that out. Because she looks a little Botoxed up too, which is crazy because she's 28.
But don't they start injecting like really young, like at 25 or something?
In California,
you
yes.
can. But they're not in California. They're in Atlanta.
True.
Yeah, but those injectable places, they you go in there and you thought you looked good, but you suddenly turn into an old hag that is in need of like a total overhaul in order to sell shots to you. Like
But you
seriously.
know what I also wonder about Jacob? They didn't say he was a homeowner. So I'm interested. I didn't get a clarification in what he did for a living. So I'm interested in to see what that's going to be because she's a homeowner.
Mm. I wonder if
That's
I have any
interesting.
notes on that. See, because like a lot of these people, they give you like they show so much content, but it doesn't give you any information, if that makes sense. And I just feel like we spend a lot of hours watching this mess, and I get nothing from it.
Well, I saw Marrying Millions, and I thought
Mm-hmm.
it was a new episode, but I'm like, why are they going over the engagement again? Because Rodney girl, now you for the kids. You know you don't want her. You know you for the kids. I mean, he's just ridiculous. Why can't he say I cheated on you with my man?
We all Here's the thing, and because since we're pretty much done with Married at First Sight for the most part, and we got about what 10 minutes left for this show, we can talk a little bit about Marrying Millions. Here's the thing with Rodney. Well, Trey blew up his spot a couple months ago. That's number one. Number two, his own mama was like, "I'm just waiting for him to tell me about him," and she was waiting. And then when she met Desiree, she was like, "Who this is? A woman? Where?"
But this is
That's
the
what
thing
she.
with Marrying Millions. So I think I've missed a few episodes because I did season one really good, but season two I was a little bit busy. What happened with what's her name? The one who was from
The realtor in Vegas,
yes. What happened to them two?
They broke up,
they
and
broke
then
up.
Oh,
the rest of the season she was dating, but then they got back together, and then people are
No,
asking, "Yeah, they did."
they
Hold on a second.
did. I
Hold on a
didn't
second.
see that. I
Hold on
know
one
she
second.
bought the jankety house that her
No,
her friends didn't
it's
like.
on it's on Wikipedia that
Oh, she got back to. I thought he was a meth head.
let me just double check it for you real quick. They'll you can look to
He
Wikipedia
was a
because
loser, though.
but do you think they will have a different people because season two they gave us a lot more new couples.
I don't
Um,
know. They have they're not. I haven't seen any releases of the cast from Mary Million season 3, and I've been looking.
we've
Mm.
only seen like Rodney in the clip in the
That's
trailer.
it. That's it. Nothing else from anybody.
Rodney's in the clip. I like okay, so the first season, my favorite was Rosie and Drew. Because I thought that was ridiculous, but I don't think you saw them. In the second season, my favorite was um who is it? Rick and Erica. Simply because like I enjoy the sugar baby relationships on this show, and they two were the sugar babies. Like this is not love. You went on seeking arrangements online, and you like the feeling of being with a younger woman. Could you imagine sleeping with death? Because that's basically what they're doing.
Stop.
It's
So
like
okay, if you
sleeping
guys,
with the Grim Reaper. I think your soul, a part of your soul leaves you every time you sleep with these old men.
I misread it. So they did break up on the day of their wedding, and then people were questioning the legitimacy of the relationships.
Yeah, because we only saw them at the beginning of the second season where he was trying to get back with her, and she was like, "No, I need to move on. Stop calling
Right.
me."
If you saw
Yeah.
the first season, her house was everything. Her house was so nice. I was like, they should make a Real Housewives with that. The elevator, the pool in the back.
Mhm.
I don't even know if that's her house or if that's just for rental property, but her house was flawless. And he would be there like a bum, just, using the electricity
Yep.
in the pool, using the private chef. I was
He was
like, look
laid
at
up.
this.
He was
And
laid
Bill
up.
and Brianna were my favorites. Well, they were. I'm interested in Bill and Brianna because Brianna's dumb. Brianna's gonna sit here, give this man a good 5 years because he's gonna be done with her in about 5 years and have nothing to show for it.
That's my problem. That's my issue with her. She's
Mm-hmm.
dumb, ma'am. You are a retired hostess. You didn't made it. You supposed to be socking money away. He's supposed to be buying you property. He's supposed to. Yeah, there's a lot of things she's not doing right. She's complaining too much.
The only one that profits out of that relationship is Brianna's mom, because if Brianna
Yep,
hangs in there for another year, he's buying the house for her mom.
yep. Just to get rid of her.
And Brianna will have nothing but a ugly amethyst cocktail ring.
But this is the thing I don't understand about these women. Like, if you're gonna gold dig, at least gold dig right. You know, if you're uncomfortable with a man giving you cash, then let him give you property. I don't
Right.
understand why you're sitting here wasting your youth. Because Brianna's young. What is she? 22, 23?
25, I think now.
Even either way, you know. And then this is another thing. And can we have to have this talk too? Why can't she let him cheat in peace? She knows she's not there because she loves him. She's there for the come
Exactly.
out.
I no,
I just
let's be honest. Like if, and I agree with you on this one. This is why I like Marry Millions because what I do is I just sit there and pick out how they're not gold digging correctly. I really just sit there on every episode. I really just sit there like, you're not doing this right. You can hit me up in the DMs. I'll teach you what to do. Because there's no way Brianna's been with him, what, 2, 3 years, and you have nothing to show for it?
Not
nothing.
even education. Nothing.
That would
No.
have been the
Oh,
least. And with the money he has, you and the connections, you should be going to an Ivy League. With
But
the
her mama
connections
is
he has.
slick. Her mama is slick. Came in there,
mhm.
insulted him every day, let her dog shit poop all over the place, and she got a house. Learn,
Hey,
Brianna.
right. Like,
But she's
how do
just
you,
dumb.
yeah, like if I was his connections, I would have me a nice high paying secretary job, doing minimal work, making 6 figures a year. That's just on my pay. But then you gonna cash me out at home. She's
Well,
just
no, what
dumb.
I think she should do, but I don't think Rihanna has the ability to work. You know, she just seems
Mm,
lazy.
okay.
What I would do if I were him is I would get him to invest in maybe some laundry mats or something that's easy enough that it doesn't take that much brain power for her to do.
Parking. Parking
Yeah,
structure. Parking.
parking, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
may be. And I'll have it
7-Eleven.
in my mother's name because we can't put it in Brianna's because she's too dumb. She'll just spend the money and sell it for whatever little riches she can get. I mean, she's just dumb.
Agreed. She's just doing this all wrong. And Erica's doing this all wrong. They make me mad because they're not doing it correctly.
Yeah,
Resolution.
Erica's dumb too because why? This was the thing though. Why is your 60-something-year-old boyfriend asking your father for permission? Are you kidding me?
That was
Well,
on her.
she asked.
She
Yeah,
asked.
she asked him to do that because that's how they do it where she's from.
Listen, when you're dating a 68-year-old, I think we not keeping as traditional as we think. So we can bend a few rules. I don't think when they asked that, daddy was thinking he would pick somebody as old as grandma.
Isn't he older than that though, Rick? Isn't I thought he was in his 70s. Or does he just look like he's in his 70s?
Well, the grandmother and him are close in age.
Right.
Here's my thing with that couple though. At least she's got her first piece of jewelry. She's got the engagement ring, but he used to be a jeweler and he cheaped out on that ring. He could have done at least 5 to 7 carats as opposed to like 3 to 4.
Can I be honest? I'm not one for rings. If you want to buy me something, buy me a piece of property. Buy me something I can
Exactly.
have when I'm gone with you.
Right.
A ring is nothing, and it's not like they're giving these girls $1 million rings. You know, if he gives you a $50,000 ring, if you sell it back, you still got to work. But if he gives you a piece of property, you have a rental income at least.
But at least with Rick, he doesn't even have property. All he got is a boat. If all you can get out of it to begin with is a ring with a really good center stone, that's a deposit down on a piece of property if you sell the ring. You see what I'm
Correct,
saying?
but she's not the smart gold digger that will be able to have income coming in where she could pay for a mortgage or get a rental property. She's not smart enough for that.
Well, that's because she wants to be a influencer. Isn't she the one that's
Right.
the influencer? Where is
But
Social
that's
she?
what
media.
I'm saying.
Okay.
No, I'm agreeing with you that she's not smart enough to to get additional income to pay a mortgage. I'm agreeing with you. And quite honestly, I would not be living on a boat with him. I would
No.
be telling him he's going to slip and fall and die, and I'm really concerned about
Yeah,
his
because they have a boat.
well-being.
Do they have a
Buy a
boat or a yacht?
place.
Do they have a boat or a yacht?
Boat.
It's a boat.
Oh. You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why people choose men with children. Adam Nicole taught us that that becomes a problem if he dies.
Yep. Because
Yep.
I see his family being a problem.
Hmm.
Yeah. Then
Oh yeah.
so you should be at least getting, because I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't understand why these people are not at least a house. At least a house. Even if it's a
Hmm.
townhouse. At
Hmm.
least.
We're with you. Oh, but I'm excited that this show comes back in 2 weeks. I cannot wait.
It's 2 weeks still?
Yes,
I think
February
so.
4th. February 4th.
I thought it was
But
coming next week.
no, next week is
Mm-mm.
the 27th. It come back February 4th.
So then why is Married at First Sight just an hour? Why wasn't it two?
Married at First Sight was 2 hours this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have just watched an hour of it. But okay, we're gonna go through it again. I'm hoping we start with the honeymoon, and this is not
Right.
another fluff, because this is 5 hours of fluff now. I need them
No,
to
we
get to
still
the
got
point.
2 more marriages.
Oh God.
That's right. We do.
Yeah, like this is like Chinese water torture. I'm sorry. This is crazy. This could have been done in 3 hours last week.
And
Oh, and
then
also,
two, when is Jersey coming back? Because I know Housewives of Jersey is coming back.
You had that date, Jamal, February something
I think it was early. Let me see, when is?
No,
or
it says
mid-February
online the new season is the 27th.
of what?
Married Millions.
Oh, Jersey's February 17th.
Mm,
Yes, beautiful. Let me check
okay.
on Mary Millions real quick because on the preview show on the commercial it says February 4th.
But I'm on Lifetime's website and it says the 27th.
Really? Hold on. Come on, TV start. Oh, see, they need to get
Like
their
next week?
commercials. They need to get their commercials right because it says February 4th. And if I misread it, it's completely possible because they got all the shows are coming back at one time. So I could have them confused. But it starts next week.
Yay!
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
So I'm so happy about that. I'm gonna try on. We're gonna talk later about Salt Lake City, and I have to tell y'all guys, I've had enough.
I'm going over to your side of Blavi. This
Like
was
But
I realized the last 4 episodes I've watched it 12 minutes.
so you guys aren't excited for season 2?
no.
No,
Oh, okay.
this is the thing though. This is a really bad first season, and everybody's like, it's really good, and I'm like, did people forget Nene Leakes? Close your legs to marry men. Did we forget Camille and the sidekick? Did we forget Teresa and the throwing of the prostitution whore and the throwing of food? Did we forget your garbage, your trash, Caroline? You know what? What is good about this season? You don't even have a catchphrase.
I mean, and me and Debbie talked about this before the season started. Debbie, remember when we found out the tagline is what I said? I was not
Yeah.
happy with the tagline,
Yeah,
and then
you
I was
are.
not, and I wasn't happy with their outfits. So for me, it lessened the expectations.
Did you see the
But
reunion outfits?
oh,
Bravo hates this series. I cannot stress
Oh,
that enough.
well,
now
we
that
can talk about it later with the thing. But I
yeah.
just wanted to
Hmm.
say, like, as a first season, even Miami was a little bit better their first season, and I thought they were bland.
Oh, they
So
were they were terrible.
yeah, I mean, No, I didn't watch Dallas. I couldn't make it through the first season. Even OC first season was good. This was like a really bad first season, and I
OC was
really do.
good.
I really do because people are saying, "Oh, well, let's go to different cities. Let's go to Cincinnati. Let's go to,
No.
San Fran," which I'm not
Yes.
opposed to.
Yes. I'm
We
telling you,
need to. We
get rid of
needed to be,
OC. Go to San Francisco. I'm telling you.
but they need a new production team because they tried.
Yes.
What is the one? The real estate one. They tried in San Francisco and it was horrible.
Well, okay. I'll speak on that. Here's the reason why the San Francisco $1 million listing failed. The reason why it failed. Look, we call a thing. Not to be rude to nobody, but the men weren't attractive enough.
True. But even
It's
the
the
Miami
truth.
one was unsuccessful. The Miami one was bad as well because they weren't selling no good properties.
That's why they failed. They
But
were attractive, in Miami and had connections, but they weren't selling like the good property. They weren't selling like a lot of Star City. They weren't selling like in
Because
Brickell.
the people on Star City not gonna let you come anywhere near that Star Island. They're not gonna let you come near there.
Starlin.
The people who got money down here in Miami, you ain't gonna know that.
Well, now that 45 is out of office, maybe he'll be free to do a reality show down there.
Bless your heart.
Listen, I'm just saying he's in the real estate market. Maybe Bravo could come back.
Bless your
He's very
heart.
popular. He's very popular with certain groups. I'm just saying.
Oh, bless
All
your heart.
right.
All right, and with that,
All
we're
right.
gonna wrap this up.
I will see y'all later with Salt Lake City. I do
Yeah.
apologize that we're just going to be reading and roasting, particularly about Jen and her accents and the changing of them. But we'll get to that at 4:00.
All
All
right,
right,
my
lovey.
dear. We'll talk to you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye, Jamal.
Bye.
See, everyone in the chat, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And tell your friends and come and share your points of view with us. Talk to you later.